So it's like, I don't know, 2:45, maybe, almost 3 o'clock in the morning. And I can't sleep. And, I'm gonna turn the lights on, because if I turn the lights on, then I'll never get to sleep. So I apologize. You probably can't see me too well. That's okay. But, yeah, I've been wanting to do, like, a vlog for a while. And, I don't know really what I want to talk about. Probably talk about a lot of things. I know a lot of people. Well, let's start with, my name's Chris. Some people know me as Ariste from forums or gaming. And a few people, from, like, pagan forums, and, I read tarot, would know me as Mara Drakentine. Gaming, a lot of people shortened it to Ari, because, like, my two main characters, my main characters are almost always Ariste, and, my secondary characters usually are Asinia. So both of them start with ARI, so my name a lot of times would get shortened to Ari. But, I think that's most people would know me. I'm Aristea1 on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat, and I don't really use any of those very much. I think I'm Aristea1 on Tumblr. I don't have Aristea1 at Gmail. That's somebody else, unfortunately. I think Facebook, like, like you type in, facebook.com and then /Aristea1, I think that brings up my page. So I use that pretty much everywhere. I really, use Facebook more than anything. Occasionally remember to put something on Instagram, or, occasionally send out a tweet, and by occasionally I mean like once every couple of years. Sometimes whatever, like, stupid game I'm playing on my phone at the time, I'll send out a tweet or whatever too. So I'm 37. I'll be 38 in July. I'm married. Friday will be our 17th anniversary. Which pretty much everybody at the time we got married, I was 20, obviously, and, my husband was 26, and not everybody, but a lot of people said we weren't going to make it 6 months, and here we are 17 years later. So meh to all the doubters that said we wouldn't make it. Like, even if we do divorce, in the next week, which isn't gonna happen, even if we did, we made it a lot longer than anybody thought we would. I have 2 kids. Tana is 17, which, if you're, doing the math there, yes. I had her before I got married. I didn't want to get married while I was pregnant. I was not intending to get pregnant, but I didn't want to get married while I was pregnant. And it's kind of funny, because, like, I even wanted to wait longer, but Steve was the one that was like, no, I want to get married, which was really funny, because, like, he was my best friend, before he was my boyfriend, and then almost immediately fiance. We kind of skipped the whole dating part. I think there was about, let's see, we started officially, went from being friends to a couple on March 15th. And I think I found out I was pregnant. It had to be in April. Yeah. So, yeah, we had like maybe a month, because when I told him I was pregnant, that was when he was like, well, we should get married. That was his proposal. I don't have a romantic proposal story. He said, I will always, be there for you and our child, and, you don't have to take me for child support, whatever you need, I'll be there, but, just please don't ever keep my child from me, and, but really, if we're gonna have a child together, then, I think we should get married. So, that was his proposal. Not romantic, but, it's not the, gesture that matters. I mean, there are people that have big elaborate proposals and big elaborate weddings and divorce, a year or two later or less. What matters is the love and, the sticking it out and the being there for each other. So, but I knew, like, it was, I'm not gonna, I tend to overshare, and I tend to ramble a little, and I apologize for that. But, like, I met him, well, the first time I met him, I was filling out an application, to work, and, he was there, and I was like, hey, is their manager or someone I can talk to, an application. And when I first saw him, I was like, he looks kind of like a dork, or, whatever. Like, and I hope I don't have to work with him. And he says his first impression of me was that I was, I think he said a stuck-up bookworm. And I guess I was kind of judging him, so I was kind of stuck up, and definitely a bookworm. So, and he's kind of a dork sometimes, but I love him. He's my dork. But, anyways, that was the first time we met, and then I ended up getting the job there, and, my first night on third shift, we were working together, and my car was missing a bolt from the exhaust, and he was like, hey, I can fix that, for you, and just offered in a friendly way. He did also, like, one of the first things he said to me, he asked if I had a boyfriend, and to me, like, when a guy asks if you have a boyfriend, like, it's because they're interested. He said he was not hitting on me, he was just making conversation. We have many of these debates of who hit on who and whatnot. So, anyways, a couple, I think, nights later, I had a night off, and we went and got a bolt, and he fixed my car, and then we went to Blockbuster and rented the movie Seven on VHS. Oh my god, it was so long ago. And, we watched Seven. And I just kind of, leaned over him and put my head on his shoulder. I'm a very affectionate person, and, I don't know. I didn't have a lot of experience with guys and stuff. I did go to RIT for like 6 months, and we would all kind of just, like, movie nights, kind of like, there was a group of us friends, and we'd all kind of just, like, pile and snuggle together, and there was nothing sexual or anything about it, so I was kind of just used to that, and so for me it, like, didn't mean anything, but when I went to leave, he asked if he could kiss me, and I said yes. I was okay, and he kissed me, and the thought went through my head that this was the guy I was going to marry, and I was really unhappy about it at the time. Like, I was like, no, I have plans. I'm going to go back to school, next year. And, I was taking a year off. I got suspended. That's a long story. I don't know if I want to go into it or not. Maybe in another video. It's not that long of a story, but I don't know if I want to go into it. Anyways, like it didn't feel like a first kiss. Like, when you first kiss somebody, like, there's something different about the first time you kiss someone. You know what I mean. But it felt like remembering, and that thought went through my head was, this is the man you're gonna marry. And I was like, no, I didn't want that. And like the next day, he was like, I don't know why I kissed you, and I'm not really looking for a relationship right now. And like, he had just gotten out of a pretty bad breakup, pretty bad relationship. So, you're like, yeah, we'll just, be friends, be best friends, and, I fought it, and, that didn't work out, and, that was in August, I think, that he kissed me, end of July, early August, maybe, and, by March, we were a couple, and then by April we were engaged. And like I said, I didn't want to get married while I was pregnant. And then right after I had Tana, then he really was like, okay, you're not pregnant anymore. Let's get married. And he wore me down. I wanted to wait longer. I wanted a wedding. And we couldn't afford one right then. And if we had waited until we could afford a wedding, we still would not be married. So I guess it's good that he wore me down. And we went to the district justice, and it was me and him, and Tana was about 2 months old at the time. And his mom was there, and his nephew was there. I bought him a little suit. And I bought Steve a suit because he didn't own one, and I was like, you are not marrying me and James. And I had a white dress, not a wedding dress, but a white dress. Obviously I wasn't a virgin, so, like, whatever. But, lots of women wear white that aren't virgins, so. But, we did that, and then the next day we had, like, a little party reception thing that was much more casual. And my birth mother bought her wedding cake, and I don't remember if she or my adoptive parents bought lasagna from Costco, and I bought I bought most of the decorations and stuff, I think. But yeah, we had like a nice little party. We had one bottle of champagne, and I technically was not old enough to drink it, but I did anyways. Just half a glass, it was basically enough for everybody who wanted to have, like, a glass of champagne. So, but, yeah, it'll be 17 years on Friday. So, that's us. I don't know if I said. I think I said I have 2 kids, Tana and Kitiara. Tana's 17. Oh, yeah, that's how I went into that. All that story. Yeah, Tana's 17. Kit's 10. They are 7 years and 6 days apart. What else should I say? It's been 15 minutes. Maybe I should just leave it at that. And, I tend to overshare. I'll try not to. But I'm a pretty open person, so, like, I don't know what I'll say in my vlog, and I don't know how often I'll post, but, you know, if you want to see it, hit subscribe. And if you have a question, you have something you want me to talk about, leave a comment, and I will answer it the next time I post. And I'm gonna leave it at that. And hopefully next time it will not be 3 a.m. and it'll be light so you can actually see me. Not that you're missing a whole lot. I'm kind of average looking, I guess. I have pretty eyes. Not as pretty as Tana's. Tana's are prettier than mine. Tana's, I don't know how to explain it. There's a little extra je ne sais quoi, I guess, about Tana's eyes, that they're just amazing. Kit has very, very pretty eyes too. Both my girls are gorgeous. I don't know how that happened. Like, somehow both of them just got a really good combination of Steve's and my genes, and both of them are much better looking than, like, I'm not saying my husband's ugly, but, like, you know, I think if you look at us and then you look at us, our kids, it's like, how did that combine to create these two gorgeous girls? So, I mean, we're not ugly, but we're, you know, average, I'd say. Steve kind of has a whole mountain man look going on with his beard. He's got, like, a big long beard, so you can't even really see his face. Yeah. Alright, I said I'm gonna leave it at that, like, probably like 3 minutes ago. So, I'm gonna sign off. Maybe I'll get some sleep. But yeah, I'll make another post. Hit subscribe, leave me a comment, ask me a question, so I have something focused to talk about. You know, try not to ramble. So, night.